All right, y'all, it's time for another heart to heart conversation. Got a bunch of things I want to share. I'm out here in Altoona, Pennsylvania. I'm watching my friend's 4 cats and 2 roosters right now. Yesterday, I spent about 2 hours trying to get a rooster back in its cage. It was quite a journey. But yeah, there's just a bunch of things I want to share, and if anyone wants to listen, here I go. So yeah, I feel like the story of my life is that I read a book by Charles Eisenstein back in 2010 called The Ascent of Humanity, like the upward journey of humanity. And when I finished this book, I was like, holy shit, this dude literally figured everything out in the entire universe and like nobody knows about it. But I just read this book and I'm like, now I basically know what's up and I need to share it with other people. It's like when you have an experience that's so profound, you can't like hold it in. You just need to like share it with people. It's like if you eat a food that's just phenomenal and you want to share it with people. And that's literally how I feel about everything I've been doing for the past like 15 years. I've made like over 600 YouTube videos, and it's all just like a fraction of my attempt to just like share the magic and the awesomeness and the things that have crossed my path and that I've been blessed and privileged to experience. So literally everything I do is based on that primary goal of just sharing, like, holy shit, people need to know about this. And so, I have this website called Sacred Story Weavers, and I'm in the process of turning it to Healing is Cool because more people can understand Healing is Cool. Sacred Story Weavers takes a longer time to explain, but that's truly the whole concept of everything that I do, is that we're all storytellers. We're all playing out a story every day of our lives, and we're also not just telling that story with our words, we're weaving it into existence through our actions, through the way we make food, through the way that we dance, through the way that we treat our friends and our family. We're weaving this beautiful tapestry together. And that's why the symbol of Sacred Story Weavers and also Healing is Cool is the rainbow flower of life. So yeah, basically I have like a zillion things in this database on Sacred Story Weavers of music, articles, essays, videos, every recommendation I could possibly find. That's all from this primary intention of like, look y'all, I'm pretty sure I found some good stuff and I really want to share it with y'all. And I feel like this constant pain almost of like people not even being aware that certain things exist. I'm like, you need to just know that this exists. I'm not going to force you to like do this thing or whatever, but I want you to at least know it exists. In some ways I feel like I've broken out of a prison of the story that most people are living in, of the mainstream strange dream. It's like we've all been fucking brainwashed into this story, and I've just like given every ounce of my energy towards like breaking out of that story and like analyzing the story and trying to live a different story, which some could call the new story, but it's also an ancient story. It's also an ancient way of existing that many indigenous cultures still embody to this day. So with all that said, I feel like this daily thing of like a zillion things that I want to share, and I can only like get about this little like trickle. Like I have like this fucking ginormous reservoir, and all I can ever give out is a little trickle. And the reasons why is like, A, I don't always have the energy to give the whatever I really want to share, or B, I think it's gonna like overwhelm people, or they won't be able to receive it, or whatever. But I just want you guys to know, like, I have this database of like 100 different playlists on YouTube of many different topics, like videos that could help you cry if you need to cry, like videos all about permaculture, videos all about DMT, the spirit molecule, which is like the craziest thing in the universe that most people have never even studied. Videos about sacred geometry. Like, I really just want to be a fucking librarian, and like, I had this vision of myself as like an air traffic controller on like a airplane tarmac. Like, go this way. If you're interested in this, go this way. So that's really what I'm wanting to be. And I just have like a zillion things that I want people to know about. So with all that said, I want you guys to know about the Goodness Gracious salad. This is a salad that I eat every day. I sometimes call it alien food. But the basis of the salad is, and I share this recipe basically in my Superpowers book. Also, I'm self-conscious right now because I haven't shaved. I look like a wild man out here in the countryside looking after roosters. But I just want to be real with y'all. You're never gonna get a perfect version of me. I'm always just gonna be trying to do my best. But yeah, so like this salad recipe is just phenomenal. That's one of the zillion things I want you to know about. It's basically a tahini based savory dressing with chia seeds, tahini, superfood green powder, and yeah, the basic ingredients are literally just tahini, white wine vinegar, superfood green powder, and chia seeds. So there you go. That's, if I were to die tomorrow, that's the recipe for the best salad dressing in the universe. And speaking of dying tomorrow, I had a really profound experience recently, which, you know, I think about death and dying almost every day because I've had 3 near-death experiences where I almost fucking died. And by the grace of whatever force keeps my heart beating, you know, what goes by many names, I'm still fucking here. And I'm like, holy shit, this is crazy. But yeah, literally about a week ago, I was climbing this mountain called Buffalo Mountain, and I ran into this couple, or not a couple, it was a mother, it was a daughter and a father. The father was 87 years old. The daughter was probably in her 60s. And I'm with my friend, we're walking up the hill, and this guy like goes to sit down on a log, and he like half misses the log, and he like almost falls off. And I'm like, sir, can I help you up? He's like, yeah. So I like help get him onto the log, and he's like, thank you, I appreciate that. And I'm like, you guys are really going for it up here. Like, they're hiking this massive mountain. This dude's 87 years old. And when I picked him up, I could tell like he wasn't like feeling very stable. And so I helped him get him, and I was like, hey, if you guys want someone to help you down the mountain, like I'm willing to walk with you. And they're like, no, we got it. I kind of had a bad feeling about it, but I just let it go. They said they had it under control. And then my friend and I go to the top of the mountain. We have a great time hiking around. As we're walking back down the mountain, I hear someone on a walkie-talkie in the distance, and they say, sir, do you think it's broken? And I'm just like, oh shit, that guy must have fell and hurt himself. So like I run down, turns out the guy is there on the ground. There's like this park ranger dude with him. Apparently his daughter had run down to the parking lot to call the ambulance or whatever. But this guy had slipped on a rock, and like this bone in his leg was basically like poking out, and he was just clearly in pain. But I tried to comfort him. Me and my friend tried to comfort him. And eventually, like, paramedics came all the way up the mountain. It took them like 35 minutes to get up there. And I ended up helping carry the stretcher of this guy all the way down this mountain. It took us like probably 30, 40 minutes to get all the way down. And it was quite the ordeal. But this dude, Jesse, is a total badass. He used to go up to this mountain, and when he was a kid and growing up, there used to be a fire tower up there, and it was basically like one of his last wishes, to go up and hike this mountain, and he fucking did it at 87 years old with his daughter. And so me and my friend like had this profound experience, like helping him and his daughter down the mountain. We got him into the ambulance. I literally gave the shirt off my back to like help him use as a pillow because he was just resting on a rock. And yeah, it was really like a feeling of spirit just putting us in the right place at the right time to be able to help this man. And before his daughter left, she took down my friend's information so that she could, like, I don't know, send us a thank you card or something. And a few days later, my friend texted me and said that Jesse passed away like a few days after that in the hospital, complications of his surgery. And as soon as she texted me, like, I felt like I knew before she even told me what happened, I felt like I knew what happened. And it was just really profound to be there in like some of the last days of this amazing man's life. You know, the paramedics that came to like pick him up on the top of the mountain, they like knew about him. He was like a legend in the local town. And like this dude's 87 years old and climbs a freaking mountain. And I was like, damn, if I'm that healthy at 87, like I will be so hyped. And so, yeah, just this experience recently, once again, just put me in contact with the preciousness of life and how much every day is sacred. And I know we're all going through our ups and downs, struggles and stuff, but just one of my deepest prayers is to remember the sacredness of life. And, you know, I wasn't feeling my best today, but I felt compelled to make this video, honestly, because I did my morning stretches in the grass, which is crucial. And then I came in and I put on the music of my friend who used to go by Dylan James Byrne, now mostly goes by Tara Byrne. They mostly, I guess, use the pronouns they, them, but this person's music is just so phenomenal. Literally every time I put it on, it just like reignites my love for life. And like nobody knows about this person's music. They've been going through their own thing and barely put their music out there. But I have a whole playlist. I guess I'll tag it in this video. Their band used to be called Earthwake. I'm not sure if they're still doing that. But like, I swear to God, this person's music is just epic. So, anyways, that's the message for today. Thanks if you stuck around this long. And yeah, please remember, life is sacred. You are sacred. Every single cell in your body is just as sacred as all the other stuff out there. If you think otherwise, it's because we've been tricked by the mainstream strange dream. So, yeah, happy Thursday.